that real hip hop.
Y'all know how we do.
You're listening to Philly Zone, Matthias, aka Mr. 16 Bars, that real hip hop.
We try to tell people that Philly is a special breed.
They hate to see us on top, they hate to see us on. They hate to see us come up, they hate we on. They hate the moves that we make because it's made to break them. We give them knowledge on tracks and hope our words can save them. I guess it's hard to give props when you know you lesser. So we right on your heels, I hope you feel the pressure. Rappers taking a roll, my shoes that never fit them. Before you come at a king, I let my soldiers...
We're now joined by Dre Sconey out of what we call Hitsville, USA, Detroit, Michigan. Dre Sconey, welcome to Philly on the Rise.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, brother.
We are definitely glad to have you. So you are playing the legendary Jackie Wilson in the TV show Higher and Higher. How did that come about?
Well, I met Brenda Wilson back in April of 2023. Me and my band, I sing with Cloud's band. We did a competition for Masterpiece, which is a label that basically keeps Sylvia Moy's estate and more. But anyways, we won this competition. Brenda was one of the judges there. And, you know, even in the hallway, she was like, "You look like my daddy." So after we won the competition, she came up to me and she just let me know, "I want you to play my daddy. I'm working on something. I want you to play my daddy. I'm gonna call you." I was like, "All right." So, but at first, you know, it was funny because I didn't know who she was. I was like, "Who's your daddy?" She was like, "Jackie Wilson." I was like, "Jackie Wilson." I was like, "Oh snap!" You know. So yeah.
Those are pretty interesting story on how you two met and some pretty big shoes to fill. How did you prepare for the role?
Yeah, it was definitely it's still some huge shoes to fill. But thankfully, I feel like I'm blessed to kind of be very similar. Obviously, the journey that I've taken, the path I've taken with my music, because I'm an artist, is very similar to Jackie Wilson's path. You know, us being from Detroit or Michigan, us, you know, coming out of the church. You know, I'm a PK, I'm a pastor's kid, grand pastor's kid. So I feel like it's a lot of similarities of, you know, the characteristics. So I was able to pick up on that. Obviously, you know, I got the hairdo. So, you know, I dress like this, I look like this every day. So I think the attitude, you know, you know, me being ready for the role. And really what took the time and the most is just, you know, learning the lines and studying as much as I could about Jackie Wilson because there's not much out there. So just took in as much as I could, watched other movies to see how they represented him. You know, just did as much as I could to take in all I could. And then working with the director, Lyrique, he's very, you know, nitpicky and detailed. So, you know, he was watching for every little nuance and everything like that. So he kind of like, whatever I couldn't, because I obviously can't see myself all the time, he was able to kind of guide me in the directions that I need to go and, you know, things to watch out for. So, yeah, a little process, but still coming along, you know.
Coming along just fine. Let's rewind the clock. You talk about being a PK kid and 2000, actually a little bit in the 2000s, you got your start on the MTV show Making the Band. Talk to us about that a little.
Oh, yeah. So Making the Band was just audition that I did that I got pretty far in. I didn't think I would, but you know, two of my friends at the time convinced me to do it. They said, you should go audition, man. Da, da, da. So, you know, I spent time sitting in that line for probably about 8 hours. But yeah, I auditioned in Chicago actually, and I made it through. Made it to New York, made it to the show. So it was pretty cool experience to know that the kid from, you know, from the hood can actually have a chance. You know, that was my realization that I actually had a chance. Yeah.
Of course, kids from the hood can actually have a chance.
Yeah.
I'm a living representation of that.
Exactly. But
2000,
it's like my self-revelation, you know, my self-realization that I actually had a chance at this, you know what I'm saying? So,
of
yeah.
course, of course. 2014, you dropped your first EP.
Yeah.
Tell
I
us
was
about it.
yeah, I took a little journey though, you know, I was on after making the band, I was in a boy band for a few years called Quiet Storm. And things didn't work out quite as, you know, the way I wanted to, but I didn't want to give up. So 2014, yeah, I dropped my first EP and worked with some good mentors and stuff like that on there. Soundtrack and Prolific mainly on the album, but I was able to work with those guys and kind of pick up on some industry lessons and, you know, some tidbits.
Yeah, yeah. What happened in 2022?
Oh, I got my one of my first sync license for a movie on Netflix called End of the Road by Queen Latifah. A friend of mine, a good friend of mine, producer named Kenny Flav. He produced for like Mary J. and Brandy, Gerald Levert even. But he's you know, he got me to basically write a song to a beat that made it to the soundtrack of the movie. So you know, it was a pretty cool experience, you know, seeing something like that, hearing myself you know, on a film. So pretty surreal, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
So you are a actor, singer, songwriter, and you made the statement that at the true heart of yourself, you are an R&B artist with some soul inside of you, as well as a conscious mind. So talk to
Yeah.
us. How does that conscious mind bleed itself into your music?
Well, you know, I'm just not really, you know, when people think of R&B sometimes, especially nowadays, and trust me, I've been targeted, you know, by rappers and stuff that need hooks. For the energy of you know, just being kind of reckless and ratchet with women. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just vulgar, you know, just it's just, you know, it's just not my just like I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't enjoy life, but you know, I think some things needs to stay classy. So that's just my vibe is to stay classy and to stay conscious. You know, I got two daughters. It's a lot of children out there that's watching. You never know who watching you. And I think sometimes as adults, as leaders, we got to think about the children. I don't think enough people doing that right now. You know, back when we was growing up, you know, we had to cover our eyes when someone was on TV. You know what I'm saying? We had to get out the room when adults was talking and stuff like that. So I think we need to go back to a little bit of that consciousness of watching our surroundings and not just being so free, because freedom ain't just freedom. Freedom is being able to control. Freedom is being able to identify and make a choice. You know what I'm saying? So freedom is your choice, but you got to choose right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Freedom
yeah,
is a choice. You got to choose right. And you've got a lot of things popping right now, cooking on the stove. But in your free time, you do enjoy a little bit of cooking because you are a vegan, I hear.
yes. That's what I pretty much do. Like, you know, I'm already nightlife and fun is already is wrapped up in the music and stuff. So, you know, my fun is being at home, you know, cooking, trying new things, documentaries. I'm into a lot of documentaries, history, learning. So I feel like, cooking and, trying new vegetables like, the lion's mane, all this stuff that I see on the internet, I want to try it. So, at least give it a shot. I can't cook that well, but I came a long way, brother. So making oatmeal.
Well, congratulations, Dre, on all of your success that you've had up to this point, and I'm quite sure there's more success to come. And as Jackie Wilson says, your love is taking us higher and higher.
Oh yeah.
Take care, Dre. Once again, congratulations, and
Thank
we'll
you.
talk to you soon.
You take care as well. Have a good one, man.